Okay, Cannon Range Theory Trader coming at you with part two of the FOMC analysis. So let's not waste time and get right into it. So, with FOMC or the Fed rate being announced at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I wanted to wait and see if price would give. Typically, I was really looking for a 9-1 pattern. What does that mean? That means I wanted the range to be formed by the 9 o'clock and then the 1 o'clock to sweep one side and then take the other side, which is what it did in some pairs, not all of them, but some. So I took a couple of trades and both were profitable. Pardon me, but I will show you now what worked out and what didn't. So here we go. So obviously, Swiss yen did. So our range candle was here, and obviously, just like our pattern dictates, it sweeps the high and then it goes low. While I didn't take this trade, the best entry would have been like around 305 or so. So, oh no, sorry, actually, hold on, that's not right. It would have been around 205. I'm sorry. So 5 minutes after the news broke, price went down. It was only about 18 pips, so you possibly could have got like a 1 to 2 out of that. If you did a 5 pip stop loss, maybe 1 to 3 with a 15 pip take profit. Based on the range, again, we use the range bottom as our take profit because remember, typically you just don't know if price is going to hit the range and keep going or bounce back. And in this case, it bounced back. So the safest bet with a tight range is always going to be just the range low. So that's what worked out there for a pound Swiss. So let's keep going. Pound New Zealand, same principle. I'll go down to the 5 minute. Actually, let me mark the candle range low. I didn't take this one either. I only took a couple longs. I'll get to those in a second. Let me make this a little bigger. Use my mouse. There we go. And while it's not mandatory, I do enjoy seeing the low of day being created by the 5 p.m. candle. So it didn't complete the whole range, but this one did go down 57 pips as of this recording. So that would have been a good return there. So let's see, pound to Aussie, same deal. Okay, 9 o'clock range, swept the high, went below. I'll drop down on this one. Best entry would have been, you had a couple. You had one at 12.55 or so, and another 12.55 really would have been the best entry. 12.55, and then if you'd have got out right at 2, you wouldn't have dealt with this drawdown. So, but because of when FOMC was, I did not want to be in the market prior to the announcement coming out. This one here, same deal. It went up quite a bit, but then did reverse. I've seen FOMC do this several times over the years. I've been trading for years, so it just traps all these longs, then just tanks. Everybody who went long up here just got destroyed. Is getting destroyed even right now. They're probably still hoping for a turnaround, but it's pretty unlikely. So as of the recording right now, price dropped about 41 pips from it going back inside the range. So that's that. Euro Aussie, same deal. Like most of these planned out. This was a good trading day after FOMC. You just faked out all the longs and then reversed. Here that's heading towards the daily open. So Euro Aussie did give a trading setup. So that one worked out beautifully. This one spiked both ways. It did complete the range. But yeah, it just hit both sides. What are you going to do? GU, same deal. Trapped all these longs. All these longs are toast. So best entry on GU would have been right here at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as of this recording, well, let me just measure. It went down about 40 pips. So if you did a 10 pip stop loss, you might have got a 1 to 4 on that one. But it did exceed the range. So, but that worked out. And then Euro CAD, yeah, same thing. Spiked above, went down below. So all of these worked out. Looks like worked out, or there were opportunities there as a result of FOMC. So now let's go to the longs, and I'll show you the ones that I took. And that'll be that. The first one I took was Euro Pound. It did come back from my entry. Yeah, I still marked my entry. I got out a little earlier at the majority. While this candle was pretty much green, I went ahead and got out because I saw some pairs starting to come back. I got like a 1-to-1 on this one. This was my entry right here. This was actually a 1-5. I'm sorry, a 5-1-9. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. This was a 5-9-1 pattern. Okay, so the entry was here while the candle was green. I took it and got out somewhere up here. I don't know, but just got out. Did create a new low today, so I'm glad I got out when I did because I got in a little bit after FOMC wasn't out. So I just took advantage of price going up. But as you can see now, it's going down. So I'm glad I don't hold these overnight. I'm glad I got out when I did. So, you just take what you can get. See, I did not take Euro Aussie or Aussie dollar. This one, I mean, if you were smart about it, you would have made money on this. But if you held, you'd have taken a loss or whatever. Because as you can see, it completed the range, but now it's coming back. So it just is what it is on that one. I did not take this one. I took Aussie yen, which I'll get to in a second. Let's see. There was opportunity in Canadian yen. Let's go down and see when the best entry was. Entry would have been at 230. And it did go up. How many pips? 50 pips. So you could have got a 1-to-4, 1-to-5 on that one, depending on where your stop loss was. So that was a good trade. That would have been a good trade if you had taken that. It did break out of the range as well. So that's one of the things that news can produce is a breakout. Oops, let me do this. There we go. Yeah, so that's that. So there you go. Okay, Aussie yen. I took my my entry is marked right there. So this one completed the range perfectly. This was just a 9-1 pattern. So you have I just saw the first low of day and then created a new low and then reversed, and that's it. I got out close to the top of the range. I didn't let it complete it. But yeah, it was a easy, simple trade. I liked again seeing the 5 p.m. high of day here. So then it drops all day, most of the day, and then just reverses. So to complete the range. So I mean, like I said, it's very hard to mess this up, guys. I don't know. I think for some people it's just too simple, and they just find a way to mess it up. But no, it's the same thing every single day. And as well, it's dealing with the losses too. Like when it doesn't work, you're shocked. Like, what happened? Maybe I need to add an indicator or something. But yeah, I promise you don't. It's just accept the fact that not every range is going to work out. See, so here we go. Candle range high, same thing. AJ and NJ sometimes move together. So again, I like seeing the 5 p.m. high day, tanked all most of the day, created a new low in the 2 o'clock hour, and then just spiked up. So, that went up about 20, 30 pips or so. So could have got a 1-to-3 on that one, assuming a 10 pip stop loss. Last but not least, Aussie Swiss. Same basic deal here, where you had your first low of the day, then a new low of the day. This is one of the ones where you would have had to, get out closer to the like around the daily open or so, because price is obviously coming back. So I don't typically trade at like 2 o'clock, but because the news happened, that's when the moves were. So I just waited. I didn't trade USA. I didn't trade London. So that was it. So, and then this one went up from closing inside about 13 pips, 12, 13 pips. So you might have got a 1-to-2 on that one if your stop loss was like 5 to 6 pips. So that is it. That's all of them. This was a great trading day. I have no complaints. So again, if you have to trade the news, definitely wait for the news to come out first and then see what happens and if there's any range that's set up as a result of that. But those are all the trades. So check part 1 to see the biases, and then part 2, obviously, these are the results. I managed to make a little money today, so it was a blessing. We'll see if we can do it again. Most high willing tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.